Hi there, welcome to today's video. I am Natasha of Natasha Miller Creates, and today I am setting up my April bullet journal. For my quote page, I'm using a Taylor Swift song lyric, so bonus points if you can recall what song this is from. Let me know down in the comments below. This was just, normally I hand letter my dashboards, cover pages. I hand letter them in Procreate. But for this one, I just used the florals and a couple of fonts. I was running really late on this layout. So that means good news for you. Since I was running super late, I made a sticker to use as my cover page. As much as I like to draw and paint and color, I just wasn't feeling it this month. So I actually created a printable that you can use if you too are running late and want to just get your April set up so that you can use it. I've linked that down below. That links to the blog, and my email subscribers can grab that guide for free. So you can sign up for my emails and grab that cover page illustration for free. As always, I am doing the borders on my pages and doing tabs for the month. I'm adding in some washi. This is from my shop, Natasha Miller Creates. I've linked that down below for you as well. Just basics washi, nothing too fancy yet. But you can go grab that too if you like. Now for April's going to be a super busy month. I feel like I've lived 1,000 Aprils already. March flew by. March wasn't supposed to be busy, and it was. April is already turning out to be super busy. I am super excited. I'm going to go wild. I'm actually going to go wild with my work. And I know I've mentioned this in passing, but my work is Archer and Olive. So I will be going with them. So I'm super excited to be able to represent them and be there. So for my heading, I'm stamping April. I'm using an Altenew alphabet stamp set. If you watch my last video on 8 stress relieving ideas, I used the Altenew layered floral stamps and absolutely loved it. So if you want to go check those out, I've linked that video for you. Lots of fun to play with, and I'm super excited because she's going to be at Go Wild as well. And so I will hopefully get some Altenew product or be able to see the brains behind the product. So I'm using Tombows and calligraphs for this month. I find I like Tombows, but the calligraphs have a lot more color range and variation that fit in better with my theme. And so I use my calligraphs. And I mean, for coloring, I love how the calligraphs do calligraphy and letter and stuff. Fun fact, I was actually supposed to do calligraphy for April, the month, the name of the month, but I kind of got caught up in getting my layout done, so I ended up stamping it. So I just carried that theme on throughout my setup. I'm using a Mavi corner punch. It's just off Amazon. Very easy, and I find that the corners tend to line up with the notebook itself. And then drawing in the lines for my calendar. So again, this page is inspired by Joshi Koren. She has the boxes on the side where she puts notes for the week. And I've really liked having them. I haven't used them consistently, but I like having them there. So every month I've been adding them in. So January, I believe, I introduced some new layouts to my setups. And like I said, I like to give layouts 3 months trial before I definitively carry on making them or give them the boot. I feel I need more time with some of them. You'll see the layouts that I've chosen. The calendar page I've always done, but the notes page on the side, it's been 3 months of using it. And like I said, I like it. So I think we're going to continue on with creating those notes pages. As always, I've used my own stickers that I've illustrated. I have those available for free for a limited time to my From Blank to Brilliant email subscribers. So you can find that over in the library. And if you sign up, you get the password emailed to you, and then you're able to log in and grab some freebies. I decided to letter the days of the week with a maroon calligraph. Once I was done, I decided that the color was a little bit too pink than I liked. And at the end of the video, I go over how I fix it. So if you're curious, you can skip to the end, or you can just keep watching and we'll get there. And I'm sorry for all the headshots. I just wanted to trim the sticker so that it looks like it's sitting behind the calendar page. And then these are the birdhouses. I guess I didn't say I'm doing a birdhouse peony theme for April. The color scheme is actually influenced by the New York Spring Summer fashion show. No, I lie. Winter Fall fashion show. I just like the colors and I thought it would be fun to play with them. And that's what I did. So that's where my color palette stems from. And then just having some fun placing stickers everywhere. This wasn't my most favorite layout in terms of decorating it, but like I said, I was running out of time and, done is better than perfect. I thought the peonies and the birds and the birdhouses would be a nice tie-in to spring as I sit here and snow is heavily falling outside my window and making me sad because I'm tired of snow. So it was kind of nice to hang out in my journal where spring is obviously thriving. I'm actually thinking about taking these illustrations to the next step and maybe making a pattern or a pattern collection out of them. I have some ideas. I've put a couple patterns together, but I keep thinking about how I can update it and how I can, make it stand out a bit more. So we'll see how long that's going to take me. I really do work hard to suppress my perfectionist tendencies. If we were to go by star signs, I am a Capricorn and I have been known to be a perfectionist in my past. And so the fact that I've gotten this far with an art/creative situation is very good because every day it's fighting off my perfectionist tendencies and fighting off the comparison beast that lives in the back of my head. And I know we all struggle with it, so none of us are alone in fighting off those demons. But this is my monthly overview page. Again, I'm stamping with the Altenew stamp set, and this is one of those layouts that was new to me for 2024. And after 3 months, actually, it was 2, I forgot to do it in February, but I missed it in February. I didn't realize I forgot to set it up. And then when I went to go look for it, that's when I realized I hadn't done it. And that's when I realized I think this one's going to have to stick around for the foreseeable future. So on my monthly overview page, I have important dates for the month, the art licensing to-dos that I want to get done, my goals that I want to focus on, and then just some overarching monthly to-dos. So, for example, we're going to have families start coming to visit for the summer in May and May and June. And I really want to kind of get into cleaning the things that I don't normally clean as often. And then I also want to build my workbench in the garage. So, making sure I have the tools that I need for that. I did change my name from Natasha Miller Letters to Natasha Miller Creates. The Creates was a conscious decision, and I haven't really done much in terms of creating in general, creating specifically, yes, bullet journal content, but I'm hoping to do more than just bullet journaling in some capacity on this channel. I just have to get my butt into gear and come up with a better workflow. I've taken a lot of courses and I've read a lot about workflow, and I just need to find something that works for me. Bullet journaling or journaling, creative journaling, definitely, absolutely. If I don't do it, I miss it. So creative journaling, I don't think will ever stop. I use it for a lot of inspiration. So as I mentioned earlier, using these illustrations for surface pattern design or using them for prints, just something that I really want to get into. I really want to get into surface pattern design. So I really need to start working towards that. And just to let you know, when I first started creative journaling, I never in my life thought I would be able to draw the way I draw now. So if you are just getting into creative journaling and you're not happy with your drawing, or you're too scared to do creative journaling because you're not happy with your drawing, keep practicing because it gets better. Like, I hate when people tell me you just need to keep practicing because I'm impatient and I just want to be good right away. And as we know, that's not the reality. So definitely just keep working at it, keep pushing at it. And that's what creative journaling, well, that's one of the things creative journaling has done for me, is it has improved my drawing immensely. Like, I've gotten so much better at drawing just because of creative journaling. Other things creative journaling inspired me to do was learn calligraphy and then learn lettering. So, it's kind of like the ballet bar where you always come back to the bar. I always come back to my journal and play in my journal and figure some ideas out. I use an art journal for the same purposes, but definitely I don't know where I'd be without my creative journaling. So this is my weekly setup. This is similar to the layouts I've been using since January. I do like this layout, so I think we're also going to hang on to this layout for a little bit longer. Every month I change it up just a little bit. It's a combination between the Alastair method and then just a to-do list. I've linked my videos on the Alastair method down below, so you can go check those out if you're curious what it is. But for my to-do list, basically, I just write down what I need to do, and I have a separate column for work and a separate column for personal. And it's really working well for me because I have the list, it stands out, and I get to check it off. So, what that means is for the days, the days of the week, I write down any meetings, any practices, any events. I know my son's going to be starting swim club soon, and that's going to be twice a week. And then my little guy has swimming. And then I have biweekly and weekly meetings and monthly meetings. And so that's what I tend to capture in those boxes. And the other thing that's been working well for me, which I'm not that great at using, is a habit tracker. So, what I ended up doing was I'm using my habit tracker to track migraines. Now, I'm lucky in that I don't get migraines that often, or that often anymore, I should say. And so I'm using my habit tracker to track when I do get migraines. So when I don't feel bad when I miss not tracking something. And then when I do get a migraine, I'm like, oh, I should track this and put it in my journal so that I can talk to my doctor about my medication or whatever the case may be. And I find that is an absolutely fantastic use of a habit tracker for me personally. I'm not good at filling it in every day. So having something that I don't need to track every day works so well for me. And I'm really enjoying the concept of redefining the situation to work for me. Now, obviously, I don't mean in interpersonal relationships because that's how you get into trouble. But I mean, meant in terms of taking something that doesn't work for you, redefining the meaning or redefining the purpose, and then making it work for you in that way. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I know I was super chatty today, not just about my setup, but just in general. I've had a lot on my mind lately, so might do a couple more videos where I just kind of chat and talk about things. It's been a busy month. I've been very busy working, and so I tend to stay inside my head a lot. And of course, my work is online, so I don't get to speak to people in person as much. And so I just, have my mind wander and think about things in general. And now I rambled about rambling. So this was my April bullet journal setup. At first, I wasn't sure I liked this theme or the colors, but I actually do. And so, looking back, I think I really like how it turned out. I know normally I have my cat in the video, and that was my oldest son giving me his opinion. And here I am showing you how I correct my mistake. So in this case, I didn't like the pinkiness of the pen. On camera, it doesn't look that bad, but in person, it was just too much. And so all I did was take a strip of paper that I actually used when I was cutting out my tabs, and I put some glue down and just glued over top of it and redrew the lines for my calendar, and that was it. Very simple. Like it's one of, if my mistakes are bigger, this is what I'll do to correct it. Otherwise, I would just use a white paint pen, an acrylograph, or a Posca paint marker. In this case, I wanted to letter over top with a brush pen again, and so using a paint pen wasn't going to work as well. And so that's why I just decided to stick the paper down. And that way, the brush pen that I do use ends up looking good versus all wobbly and weird because of the paint pen underneath. If I'm using acrylographs or other paint pens over top of the white, it's not a big deal. But just with brush pens, it's a little bit different. And then my stamp ended up smudging. So I just went in with a white paint pen and covered that up. So that is my April bullet journal setup. I am almost ready to go. I have to finish the rest of the weekly layouts, but it's going to look exactly the same as my week one. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching. For more April inspiration, you can check out one of these two videos linked down below. Thank you so much for watching today.